What's going on? Your boy Drams on deck is back at it again. I have another heavy hitter for you. This time another tequila though. This one is the Grand Mayan Ultra Aged Tequila. This one right here, actually it's a very nice pottery on here, handmade design. This one right here is, I just realized that this one is an añejo. It's an extra añejo, and I realized that anything over 3 years is considered ultra aged. So any tequila that's over 3 years is ultra aged. So this one is aged a little bit over 3 years, and it also mixes with some 4- and 5-year-old tequilas to go with it. This one here is a product that I found just the other week actually at the Total Wines and Spirits in the north part of me. I was looking for a tequila that was really that tastes my favorite tequila that I probably ever had. Just my personal opinion all around. For the when you talk about the price point and just everything, is probably the Clase Azul Reposado version. And I wanted something that was closer to that, not just in taste but in price point, presentation. And after searching for a while, I think I found something that's very close to it in my opinion is this one. And it's very reasonably priced. As I said, it's aged over a little bit over 3 years. This one here, believe it or not, is priced relatively great. This is around $75 for this bottle for an ultra aged premium tequila. That's cheap. That's really anything under $100 pretty much for ultra aged premium tequila is pretty cheap nowadays. So this was around $75, which is a great price. I tried it and it actually won what caught my attention when I was looking for it, because at that particular store, it's like a grocery store, so they have like literally almost close to 100 different tequilas. I'm not exaggerating at that. And I just, was looking around, I asked some of the people, and I saw that it was definitely, it scored a silver medal at a competition, and it had scored 95 out of 100. So anything that's like above a 92 is really, really great at a competition. So that caught my attention, how it won that particular competition. And I just said, you know what? Let me ask the guy who worked there. He told me about it. He's like, it was great, and he's a tequila connoisseur as well. Shout out to Dan out there, and he told me like this is pretty much on par with my favorite, which is Clase Azul. So and it was same price point. So I decided to give it a try, and it wasn't not the truth. This is awesome, and this is, like I said, it's very pleasantly priced. There are different tequilas that cost 2 or 3 times what this costs, but in my opinion, it doesn't taste as good. So this one right here, from what I read, is they aged it in ovens actually. A special oven that they use to ferment it. And so they actually ferment it in the ovens, and they slow cook it, and that's ultra aged, distilled. And man, the thing that I like most about this, even though it's an añejo, it is very, very sweet. And if you ever had Clase Azul, especially the Reposado version, it has a distinct sweetness of it that I don't taste with many tequilas. And this has a very similar profile. The major difference between that and the Clase Azul is this is aged more, so obviously you taste a little bit more oak flavor, but the sweetness is definitely there. You can still taste the agave, even though it's ultra aged tequila. The agave is still very present in this one. And this has a very, very nice nose. On the nose here, man, when I say sweetness, I wish you could smell it. It tastes very sweet. It tastes like cinnamon, nutmeg, very fruit. I mean, it's very small hint of agave on the nose, but oh my goodness. Like if you just sit this down, you could, even about a foot or two away from it, I can still smell it. It just has a very sweet aromatic smell to it. It's very good, man. And I'm telling you, like, I am a whiskey guy to my heart, but man, this high-end tequila is pretty much on par with that for me. And this type of thing right here, in my personal opinion, it's a travesty if you put this in a margarita. Like if you put this in a margarita, trust me, you are wrong. You are wrong. Do not do that. Don't mix this with no sweet and sour mix. Don't put no ice in here. It's perfect. It's supposed to be enjoyed neat, perfect the way it is. If you put this in a margarita, you are wrong. There are lower end tequilas that are good for that, like a Jose Cuervo or Hornitos or even 1800. Those are preferably what you would mix something in for a mixer. But, and people say, well, why you could put ultra aged tequila in a margarita, make a margarita taste better. Yeah, you could, but why? This is perfect. It's almost a travesty if you do something like that. So please, if you're around me, don't do that. Please, that'll break my heart. Please do not put this in mix anything ultra level in no margaritas. Just don't do that, please. So this right here is 40%, And actually, like I said, on the nose, I'm just definitely getting the, like I said, sweetness, cinnamon. You know, I'm about to go in on the palate right here. It's just, it smells so good. It looks like a liquid syrup. That's what it looks like, and it smells like it too. So. Tastes so good in the palate, I didn't want to take it down. Just imagine like liquid syrup with agave, oak, cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh my God, this is awesome. And the one thing about this that I can't believe is the price point. It is for $75 before tax. You really can't beat the price, the product, the presentation. I mean, I was shocked when I saw the price point. Because something like this, I mean, normally it's gonna run you well over $100. So the one con about this that I will say is availability. You're not gonna get this at any particular, like any average store. If you look at a corner store, you know, Bob's Spirits package store, you're not gonna see that. You have to go to pretty much a high-end tequila store, because even at our local ones that we have right here, one of them called, if you're in the West Coast or in California, Bethel, people are familiar with that, they don't even carry this particular brand there. So this is type of thing that you're not going to see at every store. So availability may come into question if you live in an area that doesn't have a what you would call a well-stocked or a well high-end liquor store. You know, you have to go somewhere like that to get it, because it's just not something you're going to see. Even a restaurant, when I go to certain high-end, you go to a high-end seafood house or a high-end steakhouse, I've never even seen this bottle there before. Usually they have like a high-end spots, they have the Patrons, the Clase Azules, things of that nature. But this right here, Grand Mayan, you're probably not gonna see it, because I'm in San Diego, so close to Mexico. If you go probably in south, you know, very close to the border, you may find it there. But just in your normal, you know, average restaurant, you're not gonna see this there. Like I said, in the average liquor store, you're not gonna see it there. So that's the only thing I will say, is just the availability comes into question, but everything else is awesome. And again, on the palate. This is awesome. Man, people, I tell you, cinnamon, nutmeg, syrup, agave, oak. And it's very sweet, very citrus, very viscous, very oily. It coats your palate good. So far, I kid you not, this is probably one of the top 5 tequilas I've ever had in my life. I haven't had them all, but I've had well over 30 different ones. Most of them are on the high end, and this will be in the top 5, hands down, especially when you throw in presentation and price. This is awesome. The Grand Mayan Ultra Aged Tequila. The particular store, they actually have this in a Blanco. I'll probably pick that one up next time as well. But this one right here is awesome. Out of a 10, if I probably would have to rate this an easy 9.5 out of a 10. I say 9.5 out of 10 when you factor in presentation and price. The price is just, it's a great price. So I'd probably give 9.5 out of 10. I mean, for an ultra aged tequila, if you like the sweetness, the agave, oh my God, this is awesome. So if you happen to be able to get the Grand Mayan tequila, trust me, if you like Clase Azul, you will love this. If this is pretty much, I like to compare certain spirits. This is like a brother, not a cousin, but like a brother to the Clase Azul, which I have behind me. And so if you like that, you will love this. This is awesome. This is very close to it. Presentation style, 9.5 out of a 10. Awesome. The Grand Mayan tequila. Like I said, availability coming from the question, but the actual dram itself, it's awesome. Like I said, it tastes almost like it smells. Very fruity. It has some oil to it. It has nutmeg, cinnamon. I mean, you really taste it on your tongue, and it lingers. Wow, that sweetness, that honey, it just lingers in there. That's what I love about it. After I take it down, I can still taste it a minute later. That's what I love about it. That's the part. That's why you would never, should ever put this in a margarita. If you do it, you are wrong. Do not do that. Please don't do that. But again, 9.5 out of 10. This is an awesome tequila, Grand Mayan. Your boy Drams on deck. If there's some other tequila that you'd like me to review or you would like to talk about, let me know. Hit me on the reviews and we can definitely converse about it. But there'll be some more on the way. But definitely try this out. You can see it in your store. It's a well pickup. Boy Drams on deck, signing out.